If anyone had said, just a short while back, that at the age of 61 I would have walked 350 kilometers in 15 days, I would have thought that he or she was crazy. I haven't even been a Boy Scout. However, I must admit that I nurture an undeniable and irresistible attraction for the natural wonders of the world, and I am drawn to its huge, open spaces. Perhaps, of course, with the right amenities and pampering comforts. Then one day, not too long ago, something happened that changed my mind, and without knowing exactly what it was, I delved headlong into this marvelous adventure. My daughter Alma had given me a seashell from Santiago a year ago, and I guess the desire to set out on this journey grew little by little, surely without fully understanding what I was about to undergo. I was totally unprepared physically, to say the least, to undertake such an endeavor. But this somewhat reckless unawareness kept me from being afraid, and, most importantly perhaps, as I look back, the time had come for me to begin walking. In my own way, I suppose I was ready, inexplicably ready considering the fact that I have always led a sedentary life. Otherwise, how could I have rationally decided to undertake the pilgrimage walk of St. James, the Cammino di Santiago de Compostela? Obviously, I was being driven by some greater force. I began reading and researching. I learned all I could about the paths to take, the stops to make along the way, the hotels and places to visit. I discovered that there's a lot out there in terms of tour guides, accommodation and eating facilities that a pilgrim can find to help him or her plan the journey. Yes, you heard me right. I said pilgrim. I had decided to become a pilgrim, and at the time, I surely didn't think that it was such a big word for me, although I should have considered my physical state of being, to say the least. I simply thought that with the help of an analgesic or anti-inflammatory every now and then, off we would be. And that's exactly how it all turned out. Without a great deal of forethought, and I regret not one single moment of it all. To top things off, I didn't even have any difficulty finding a companion with whom to share and experience this wonderful journey. One night, quite by chance actually, I happened to be driving back to Assisi, and I stopped at a cafe to say hello to my friend Domenico who worked there. 10 minutes later, when I left the cafe, our plans were set. We would be traveling together.
How about them transparent dangling carrots? How about that ever-elusive kudo? Thank you, India. Thank you, terror. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, frailty. Thank you, consequence. Thank you, silence. How about me not blaming you for everything? How about me enjoying the moment for once? How about how good it feels to finally forgive you? How about grieving it all one at a time? Thank you, India. Thank you, terror. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, frailty. Thank you, consequence. Thank you, silence.
There is a path that leads to an iron cross. It is called the Cross of the Redeemer. Here, each pilgrim lays down a stone that he or she has brought from home. A pilgrim does this to alleviate the burden of whatever afflicts the soul, and as he does so, he recites the following prayer.
How about no longer being
Dear Lord, may the stone that I lay at the foot of this cross be a symbol of my efforts and pilgrimage, and may it tip the scale in my favor, and my worldly actions will be judged.
How about unabashedly bawling your eyes out? How about
I still don't know, and perhaps never will know, the true reason for undertaking this journey, which, in all likelihood, did not begin at all at Leon, but evidently long before, within my soul. In reality, as you walk along the path, step after step, this path brings out the best in you. Tolerance, endurance, courage, no matter how fatigued you are or how much pain you feel. It is indeed the very pain, the very effort, the very joy and happiness that only this journey can provide that makes a new person out of you. Even if you are not completely ready to understand all that is happening to you, you experience a new way of seeing things, including your surroundings. You appreciate your accomplishments, the company of the special friend with whom you share every minute of the day. You appreciate all of the living things around you, the twitter of the birds, the friendliness of the other pilgrims that you encounter, the sounds of nature and the outdoors, the insecurity and instability you experience when you step on broken ground or cross a slightly impracticable path. These are truly the instances in which you search deeply within yourself, look back at your past and ahead to your plans for the future. And, almost invariably as you do this, your thoughts drift back to your family and their unwavering support. I know that I was able to feel that support each night when I spoke to them via Skype. Of course, you also think of all those who are dear to you, and the many friends who send warm messages to let you know that you're in their thoughts. But what the Cammino truly gives you is the gift of silence. A silence that bears the voice of God. Everything you see and feel takes you back to God, and suddenly your suffering and fatigue become joys. Through the constant prayer that accompanies you and gives you strength, you live life intensely, and the experience is so uniquely yours that nothing and no one can ever erase it from your memory. Buen camino, peregrino.